goosebumps when you walk in this room and you see it filling up with everybody? I don't know what even I do. So, like I said, the kid owns a candy store, man. I'm having fun. All right, so for last night we dedicated our reception to Howard Britton. But really, the real reason we're here is Alan Hage. He's the one that brought this group together. So the next 2 days are totally celebrating Alan, his vision, what he's done to bring us all together. So it all started back in 1995 with 3 people on a panel at NAR. And then by 2001, and anybody correct me if I'm wrong, 2001 was our very first summit. And it was in Las Vegas. 2000, it was our first summit. It was in Las Vegas. We were in a conference room like this, and I think we had about, 5 round tables of 10 people? Not even 10 people. I think it was about 30 or 40 people. I know Ira's there. Everybody who was at the very first summit, stand up. And I'm standing up, so I was there. I made it to the first one. George, Daryl. I know Ira was there. So there was about 20 or 30 people. What is totally amazing is I'm actually still using a lot of the stuff from the vendors from the very first summit. I remember Automatic Leads is our 800 number service, and there's specific reasons why I love them. But I had to fax my order form in. 2000, we were faxing things still. So, and how many of you know Judy Johns in Kansas City? She's a great friend of mine. We're business partners with her. I found one of her old Star Power CDs, and she was talking about the pager, how cool it was that people could find this quicker. So that was just one of the fun things, just kind of looking at where technology has come, even since like 1995. But the next 2 days are totally to honor Alan, taking it from 3 people to 40 people, and then with Amy's help, she helped him take this company, or this organization, just blasted it, and we're up around the 200 mark. So we're just getting started. I mean, this is just the base. So it's really, really exciting. And Amy, we're going to reconnect and do some more stuff, okay? So, and I got to give credit, too, to one other thing. Amy's events have also been like one of the closest things to what we do around here. And I know I haven't said that, but we're going to talk about that in a second. So let me see here. I want to make sure I get everything on track. Okay, so today is, if you didn't know, Martin Luther King Day, right? And he had a dream. Alan had a dream. Yes, very much so. So Alan had a dream as well, and it's our opportunity to make that dream continue to go. Because I can tell you what, he's sitting at home right now knowing what's happening with this group, and he is just the happiest he could ever be. So we're going to talk about Alan and my visit and all that stuff later on in the conference, but I just want to let you know he's looking great. His spirits are awesome. He is loving life. And again, we'll talk more about that in a little bit. But really, it's about making these dreams a reality. And you guys all have a dream too. And we've all chosen real estate to be our vehicle to make those dreams come true. This group is for us. It's for us to make our dreams come true. Alan's his dream is our dream, and his dream is so big it included ours. And it's kind of like what Jeff said last night when he gave the pig story, which, by the way, Jeff, oh man, thank you so much. I was so surprised we didn't hear the pig story when we were all in Utah. So I was so glad to see it, and I swear he was like speaking right through you. But it is about implementing over the next 2 days. And the format that we're running this summit in this year is really set up for us to get a powerful action to-do plan to take back into our business and really blast off. So really, truly take a lot of notes, get your top 3. We are going to have an optional implementation day on Wednesday if you're waiting for flights to come and go. It's very casual, come in, go out, whatever. And I'll explain all that here in just a second. Before we get the conference started, I want to talk about a new thing that, well, not a new thing. I've heard several people talking about this. And it's E plus R equals O. An event happens, you have a reaction, and that is your outcome. Okay? There's a lot of different personalities in this room. And there's one event that happens every single time. But there's 100 different reactions that happen. And there's 100 different outcomes that happen. This is a technology conference. Things aren't going to go like they're supposed to. The internet could go down. Brad Horn might say something that just like, I can't believe he said that. Is he singling me out? It's all about how we react to it, is how your outcome. Guys, we're all on the same page here. We are all looking out for each other's best interests. You are in the largest group of personal friends that really care about each other that I've ever seen anywhere, in any industry. I mean, this is huge. Nobody's out to get anybody, okay? We are all here to learn, grow together, and make our dreams come true. So just think about that throughout the 2 days. If something doesn't go quite right, E plus R equals O. And, you know, I'm going through a lot of training. Is anybody in here familiar with Landmark Forum? It's like something I stumbled onto outside of the real estate industry. And they just talk about how you see things and how you interpret things and how your brain works and going into the unknown. It's really cool stuff. But it really is about living without upset. The way you live without upset is something happened, it didn't go like you wanted it to, so your reaction is to be upset, and your outcome is you carry that around with you all day long. So I want you to know something. You guys can come talk to me about anything. Even if it's about me, if it's something I need to change, I am a growing person just like all of you guys. Let me know when something's not going right. Yeah, Devin, not you. You're the only person I can't talk to. No. So, with that being said, what I wanted to do was James put together, I'm sorry, introduce yourself again. I forgot your name. Chris, yeah, it was so easy. I keep trying to remember your last name. That's why I keep forgetting. Chris, James hired Chris to do a bunch of video in his office. He's his marketing video guy. So James, when Amy was going to Reston, it's like it was a no-brainer. I booked a flight and I flew out there for the day to see him. And Chris came out and shot some video. So we shot a little video for you that we want you to see before we kick off the event. All right. Oh, I'm back here.
You know, we started the CyberStars in 1995. I had spoken at an NAR convention, and we were sitting in the bar afterwards, and the people who had been on the panel were saying, you know, there's no group for us, the agents who are technologically advanced, and that's where the idea of the CyberStars was born. And we started out with 4 or 5 members, and you know, through the participation of these people and the sharing, which was just fantastic. They had a common bond, a common purpose, and it quickly became noted as the group to be in if you wanted to use technology to its best advantage. Today we're over 200 members, and a lot of them have been with us since the start, and I'm grateful for it, and I just hope it grows and grows, thanks to each one of you. If you're new, learn the culture. You know, get together with the people that have been here since we started. We've had so many wonderful things. And that's the culture of an organization. And the more you do, the more you're going to benefit from referrals and growth. Just enjoy it and have fun. And keep up those contacts, because one of the big benefits is referrals. And they give referrals to the people that are, you know, outgoing and that they know. The legacy of this family of the best agents in the country who use technology. It's not important, you know, who founded it, anything like this. What is important is that culture of sharing and caring. There's a lot of love in that group, and there's a lot of caring, and through the years, it'll be, you can pass it on.
What an amazing treat to be with Alan Haynes today and hear him talk about the founding of CyberStars, how it all began, where it is today, and where he hopes to see it in the future. A giving man like that is very hard to find.
Alan has a huge heart, and forget about all the technology for a minute. Just realize this is a man who truly cares about people and is walking his talk. We're real fortunate to have him in our lives, and the industry is better for him.
This group is for us, the top agents. We need something for us to help us take our businesses to the next level, because we don't always get that support at home in our local markets. So that's what the group's for, is to really keep us together as a family, keep us sharing our best stuff, keep us implementing more and more every year, and really just take Alan's legacy for years and years and years and hundreds of years to come.
many of you know my situation. I think it was 4 years ago where I said, the doctors told me I had 8 or 9 months to live. Gave a hell of a speech if you weren't there. And I'm still here. I've had this cancer for 12 years. But now it's getting serious. Which puts a certain perspective on life. You look back and you look at your actions, your behaviors, your beliefs, whatever. And I have no regrets at all and have many, many friends. One of my greatest blessings has been the CyberStars. To know that I was involved, however that came about, in founding this group, and that they're going to be here under Brad for years and years. Boy, what a deal. And I know many of you in this room, we have shared experiences and talks and confidences. And at this stage of my life, somebody asked me the other day, one of my friends said, okay, mentally with all this, how are you doing? And I thought a minute because I hadn't been asked that question before. And I came back and told him, I have never been happier in my life. And one of those things that makes me happy, by way of this video, is being here with you today. And I thank you all.
Is he not an awesome man, or what? All right. So, this is the one thing. I mean, did you guys hear a common theme throughout that whole message? And for most of our new CyberStars, we got a lot of new CyberStars in the last 1, 2, 3 years. So you guys might be feeling a little lost, kind of thrown in the stream. It's kind of like that, what is that, Nemo movie, where the turtle's waiting to get caught in that stream and he takes off. So, the thing I want you guys to know, there's a common theme here. It's about family, it's about sharing our best stuff, and it's about us looking out for each other. So I want you guys to know that the filter that I run this entire organization through is everything has to benefit the group, and there's never a decision made at all, ever, at least so far, and I don't intend to do it in the future, that doesn't benefit the whole group. So do I always make the right decisions? No. But at the time we make them, it was for the benefit of the group. Does everybody follow me on that? This is about you guys. Here's the cool thing. This whole organization, it really truly is about us. I mean, we are on an island by ourselves in our own marketplace, and we're on our own, and there's not a lot of people that we can go learn from. Now, it's not the case in all markets. I understand that. But the great part about this organization in the last 3 years is getting on the phone and calling through and checking in on all of you. And I haven't got to everybody yet. You can call me too. But it's what Alan said about staying in touch. And it's about being, I mean, we have to buy the brain cells of the people in this group too. You don't get it automatically just being a CyberStar. We got to stay in touch with people and check on people. So here's what I want you to know. This is some, like, just making calls. I'd say a good 25% of our group goes through some really, really tough challenges, and some of them have almost lost everything, if not lost everything. And when we don't stay in touch, we don't know that stuff's going on. And so that became my passion, really. Well, it was the passion, but it really ignited it again, that, man, somebody's got to look out for us. That's what I like saying. Somebody's got to look out for us. So when you are struggling, when you're having a hard time, I mean, call somebody and just let them know. You're amongst family here. So I want everybody to know where we are on this organization. Any decision made is for the benefit of the group, and that's the main purpose why the decision's made. Is everybody cool? There we go. Let's talk about the vision and taking on Alan's legacy and carrying it on for years and years to come. I gotta watch my time too. I'm going to start rambling here. All right. So I already told you what the group's about. One of the things when I was visiting with Alan was, you know, he said, Brad, just focus. Stay focused. I had a lot of great intentions, and I didn't get a lot of things done. And it was actually you guys that kicked him in the butt, a lot of things to make it happen, the regional events, things like that. So we can, I mean, when you're around great people, they push you. You don't have to pull them along. So I just want you to kind of know where the vision is on what we're doing behind the scenes, because you guys don't get to see that. And when you're out working in the field every day, you don't always get to see it. But the vision is huge. I mean, it's big. We're taking this on for hundreds of years to carry on the legacy. So a couple of things I just want to let you know that we're working on, and we're working to get done. And if you guys can help us with any of this stuff, let us know. But A resource center for the CyberStars is actually one of my priority items. And I find that, and we've been having some conversations throughout the last day or two, we get a lot of information coming at us, we go to a lot of conferences, but then when we get back in the office, we're working. I mean, we're selling a lot of real estate in this room. So how do you get that information out of a webinar or watching another video or doing all this stuff? Guys, I know right where you're sitting because I'm that guy too. And we're coming up with the ways and the plans and the systems, and it's a totally different way of learning and everything. I've got a vision for what that looks like to get bits and pieces into our minds on a regular basis, tearing these videos apart, making them easy for somebody to go in and just search, say, shoot, I got to get a new camera, and you type in camera and 20 things pop up, and you got a video that tells you which one to watch, what form to get, what, whatever. So we're working on a resource site that's for us, that we can get information out of it quickly. The referral tool, our website, turning that into even like a phone app that we can send out to the entire industry, because a lot of times people just go to their roster online and pick somebody out. It's like you don't want to put your reputation behind just anybody. We want our website to become a resource for local business, for realtors all around the country. You guys could just have them upload our CyberStars phone app, all that stuff. Getting the webinars going again. We are going to get that finalized this weekend while we're here. We're going to have our whole calendar for the year done with your help. It's only 12 people to get one a month. If we get 24, we'll have next year lined up. Or we'll do 2 a month, whatever. We'll figure that out later. Which that brings me to all this stuff. Getting back to regional conferences, monthly interviews. Just to kind of show you, I got to do this because I was put to a challenge last night by Mr. Sven and Shane that I had done, where's that video? That I had done an interview with Shane, and this is just to show you one of the things that we were working on. What did I do with it? Here's just a rough pilot, and here's the thing, you guys might get some rough stuff. Hey, it's pilot version everything. We're going to get to the point to where this thing is generating revenue and we can hire videographers and we can do all kinds of cool stuff. So I shot this video about a year ago, and it's been sitting there with good intentions to really get something cool out to you. And what this was just a video tour of Shane's office. Here we are in Liberty, Texas, visiting Shane White and seeing what his office is all about. All right, I'm here with Shane White. We're in Liberty, Texas, and we're at the RE/MAX office, and Shane's going to show us around. What's going on here in Liberty, Shane?
It's good. It's Liberty Hill, Texas. We're about 30 miles northwest of Austin. Pretty rural community, but we're just kind of rocking it right now. Doing good. Cool.
Well, let's go in and check out the office.
Cool.
All right, so we're in Shane's office now. What do we got going on here, Shane?
So this is basically our reception area. So when you first come in, this is what you'd be greeted with. Ginger is our director of first impressions and also our listing coordinator. So this is kind of where you would come in.
Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
Great. How are
And
you?
what's your name?
Ginger.
Ginger. And what do you do for the team here?
It's a great question, Shane. What's it?
You can say
A
everything.
little bit of everything.
Okay, great. Great.
So basically, our buyer department is on this side of the building. We've got 2 of our buyer agents that share this office here, and then we have another single office up at the front of the building that our 3rd buyer agent sits in. What you're looking at here is Agent Office. That's the database that we use to keep up with our clients and prospective leads. It allows us to launch plans and have follow-up. Everybody on the team has access to that Agent Office database. Again, it is hosted onto our server, so we can get to that database pretty much from anywhere. Buyer agents use it for each lead that comes in. They put into that. They're able to launch plans depending on if it's an internet lead or a call-in, so that we do the correct kinds of follow-up. Obviously, we put all of our listings into it and launch listing plans, and then obviously the most important thing is for our past clients to be able to keep up with them. But we found it to be a great system.
So what plans do you find that are the most, what are some of the best plans you have in there?
Yeah, so really on the buyer agent side, to me it's important for our buyer's agents to be able to work multiple leads at a time. And if you don't have a plan in place to where they are able to launch a plan that reminds them on a day-to-day basis what they should be doing, people get lost in the shuffle and things like that. So if it's an internet lead that comes in, we have different internet plans at launch. If we have phone numbers, then that plan would include some phone calls, some emails, some personal mail. On the client side of it, we actually launch a plan when somebody closes on the property. It reminds us the follow-up calls that we need to make. We do several mailings of perks that we send out to clients after the fact. And then obviously we can have notes in there about what we've done and who we've talked to. So it's just a good way for us to be as efficient as possible. So this room here is basically where the technology part is, and we also use it as our storage area. We keep all of our closing gifts in here, office supplies, sign writers, but we also have our server, which is stored in here, extra computer, some filing as well. So,
What type of server are you using?
we've just got a Dell server. We run Microsoft Exchange server for our email, so we're hosting our own email, and then we basically use it to store files, close files, listing files, pictures, videos, things like that.
So basically, everybody on the team gets all their email through this one account. All the
Correct.
emails come in one place. You don't get triplicate, quadruple,
Correct.
and all the flyers for every document and everything's available.
Is available right on the server.
What's the investment in things in this kind of server? Is this still pretty up to date?
This server is about 3 years old. We just got an extended warranty on it because my IT guy said that it should be fine to run for a while. We've got plenty of storage space. We're running a tape back. Well, it's not a tape, but we're running a pull-out swap backup system. So this gets changed out once a week. We have 3 of them that are rotating. I've got one in here. I've got one in my safe and one off-site at all times. Does a daily backup on it. So.
And what server is it again?
It's a Dell PowerEdge server.
Okay.
This would be my office here. When we remodeled my old office into the conference room, I came back to the back corner. It allows me to be still in with the team, but I can be separate, away from the distractions that a lot of times happen because I can close my door and be by myself back here. I basically run my business off of my laptop. I do have a dual screen set up so that I can be doing multiple things at a time. I do have one other computer that's set up in my office that our virtual assistant can have access to if need be. And then when my kids are here, they're always playing games on it as well. So, but this is where I don't meet clients in here a whole lot because we've got the nicer conference room. But this is an area where I can bring people back and meet with them. All of our closed files that are in under contract right now stay back here as well, so I can have access to them if somebody calls in and needs something. I've got access to them right away.
That's kind of the dream, guys. I mean, here's the thing about big dreams is you never really know how you're going to get there. All right, I have no idea how we're going to get there, but it starts with shooting a little video, taking 1 year and taking spin, and sending me a text last night going, "How long has it been?" I heard it was a year. And Shane, doing it. So I don't know how we're going to get there, but we're going to get there. The thing about me is that when I picture something, it happens. It's like a vision board, but I've got it stuck in my head so clearly. I already know what this group looks like 10 years from now. I wish you could all come in and look at it because it's very exciting. But anyway, so this is really about taking this information, going out there. We're going to get better at everything we're doing. We're going to get a lot better at recruiting. We're going to get follow-up on your stuff better. There's been a lot of systems that we've had to get in place to make sure it runs professionally. So we're going to continue to work on stuff, and we appreciate all your support. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get started. You guys ready?
Yeah.
All right. Cool.